So, what really happened to Barry Weiss from Storage Wars? One minute, he was everyone's favorite with his funny personality and wild sunglasses, and the next minute, he was just gone. No goodbye, no warning, he just disappeared from our TVs. But the real reason he left isn't simple at all. There were some scary health problems and behind-the-scenes choices that even surprised people who worked on the show. There's a lot more to Barry's story than what people know. Let's go back to before Barry was a TV star. Before Barry became the fun and quirky treasure hunter that everyone loved on Storage Wars, he had already built a big business in a place most people wouldn't expect to produce business. He worked with his brother for over 20 years, selling fruits and vegetables in bulk. And this wasn't just any business, it made a lot of money. This family business started with his grandfather, and it helped Barry earn enough money to live comfortably for the rest of his life. This money gave Barry the freedom that most reality TV stars don't have, while others on the show were bidding on storage units to make money and pay bills. Barry could buy stuff just because he thought it was cool. This made him totally different from the rest of the cast. But Barry's life wasn't only about fruits and vegetables before he got on TV. He also had connections to the entertainment world way before Storage Wars. In a fun twist, Barry was actually in a Discovery Channel show called Motorcycle Mania 3, where he appeared with Jesse James, the famous guy who builds motorcycles and used to be married to Sandra Bullock. And here's something most people don't know. Barry is Jesse James' godfather. That means they're really close, and Barry has been part of the motorcycle and custom vehicle world for a long time, which later became a big part of who he was on TV when A&E started Storage Wars in 2010. They picked the perfect group of people who each brought something different to the show. Dave Hester was loud and caused drama. Jared and Brandy were the regular couple. Daryl was serious and all about business. But Barry, he was totally different. He brought joy, surprise, and he honestly just loved the fun of finding cool stuff, not making money. And the first time he showed up, Barry stood out like a peacock among pigeons. While the other buyers came in regular cars and work clothes, Barry would roll in with old fancy cars or custom motorcycles, wearing fun t-shirts, leather jackets, and his famous sunglasses. Fans loved his wild entrances and tuned in just to see what kind of vehicle he'd show up in next. In one episode, he came in a car painted to look like a watermelon, and in another, he arrived in a spooky old hearse decorated with skulls and bones. People called him the Collector, and that name fit perfectly. Unlike the other people who just wanted to make money, Barry wanted to find neat things to add to his huge personal collection of antiques and rare items. He had a sharp eye and could tell when something was valuable, even if others didn't notice it. More than anything, he loved the surprise of what might be inside. Barry's money showed in how he acted during auctions. He would bid on storage units that looked like junk to everyone else, just because he was curious. One time, he bought a unit full of old books and papers. Most people wouldn't touch it, but Barry found rare first edition books and old magazines worth a lot of money. In another episode, he found a messy unit that looked like someone's garage, filled with tools and car parts, while others thought it was trash. Barry dug out a rare engine from a 1940s Indian motorcycles, something worth way more than he paid. He got really excited by the weird stuff, not the big paydays. Barry also had funny and sometimes tense moments with the other cast members. His chill attitude and money made some of them annoyed, especially Dave Hester, who took everything seriously. In one argument, Dave said Barry was making prices go up just for fun, and Barry joked that maybe Dave needed to have more fun instead of acting like every auction was life or death. Watching Barry with Jared and Brandy was always fun too. While they were trying hard to make money, Barry would just say he was keeping something expensive because he liked it. Sometimes they got frustrated. But Barry would also teach them about the value and history of things, which helped them learn. Everything changed in season 4 when Barry and Dave both left the show. Dave's exit was messy and full of legal drama, but Barry left in a peaceful way. It was his own choice, and the people who made the show respected that. They even tried to bring him back later because they knew fans loved him. Barry didn't leave because he was mad or bored. He just wanted to go back to what he called being a professional slacker, which means enjoying life and doing what he loves without working too hard. In interviews, he said he had fun doing the show, but he wanted to leave while it was still doing well so fans would remember it in a good way. When Barry left, the show wasn't the same. It kept going with the rest of the cast and brought in new people, but fans felt like something big was missing. Barry's fun, smart, and laid-back energy was hard to replace. No one else could bring the same mix of knowledge, money, humor, and love for treasure hunting. Barry's grown-up kids, Julie and Jack, were totally supportive of his TV career. Instead of being embarrassed by their dad's weird and funny TV personality, they were proud of him. Carrie said his kids thought it was cool that their dad was famous and doing something he really enjoyed, even if it was a bit different from what most people their age do. After Barry left Storage Wars, fans were curious about what he would do next, and for a while, things were looking exciting. In 2014, A&E gave him his own spin-off show called Buried Treasure. It followed Barry as he traveled across the country in search of rare and unique antiques. The idea was perfect for him. He got to be himself, funny, curious, and cool while hunting for treasures and meeting all kinds of interesting people. He even brought along some of his old friends and Storage Wars cast members for the ride. The show was full of laughs, and Barry's fans were happy to see him again. But sadly, Buried Treasure only lasted 8 episodes. The network didn't renew it for another season, and just like that, Barry disappeared from the screen again. Some people thought maybe he was ready to retire from TV completely, but others hoped he'd be back with another fun idea or spin-off. He actually tried again with another show called Storage Wars, Barry Strikes Back, in 2015, where he looked back at classic Storage Wars moments and shared behind-the-scenes stories. That show also didn't last very long, and once again, Barry stepped out of the spotlight. He didn't make a big deal about it. He just quietly went back to enjoying his life. In the years after, Barry kept a low profile. Fans would sometimes spot him at car shows or riding his custom motorcycles around Los Angeles. He still had his awesome collection of cars, antiques, and cool stuff. For Barry, that was always enough. He loved collecting, exploring, and living on his own terms. But in 2019, something really scary happened. Barry got into a serious motorcycle crash in Los Feliz, California. He and a friend were riding through the neighborhood when a car pulled out in front of them suddenly. Barry didn't have time to stop and crashed into the car hard. The accident left him with multiple injuries, including broken bones and internal damage. He had to have several surgeries, and he was in the hospital for a long time. At first, no one knew how bad it was, but as the news came out, fans were shocked and worried. People started sharing messages online, hoping he would recover quickly. His old co-stars also posted supportive messages, saying how much they missed him and hoped he would be okay. Barry stayed quiet during his recovery, which made fans even more anxious. But eventually, updates from friends and family helped everyone know he was slowly getting better. Barry later said in an interview that the crash was one of the worst things he had ever gone through. It was painful, scary, and it changed the way he thought about life. But it also made him even more thankful for the things he had and the people who cared about him. He worked hard to heal and was proud of the progress he made. After the crash, Barry didn't rush back into TV or public life. Instead, he focused on getting healthy and enjoying the simple things. Every once in a while, he would show up in A fan photo or make a surprise appearance at a car event, and each time people were excited to see that he was okay. In 2021, fans got a happy surprise. Barry returned to Storage Wars for a short visit in the season premiere. He came back in classic Barry style, riding in on a crazy custom car and making everyone smile. It wasn't a full comeback, but it was enough to remind everyone why they loved him. Seeing him back, even for a little bit, brought a lot of joy to fans who had missed him. Barry hasn't said if he'll return to TV again, but he doesn't seem in a hurry to. He likes his life the way it is, peaceful, interesting, and full of the things he enjoys. Even though he's not on TV every week, Barry still means a lot to the people who watched him. His time on Storage Wars wasn't just about bidding on storage units. It was about being yourself, having fun, and enjoying life. Barry's story is a reminder that it's okay to walk away from fame and do what makes you happy. He showed us that success doesn't always mean being the richest or the most famous. It can also mean living life on your own terms. Whether he's out riding one of his vintage motorcycles or checking out antiques at a local market, Barry is still doing what he loves. His fans are still out there cheering him on and hoping he's living his best life. Some people say reality TV is fake, but Barry Weiss was the real deal. He didn't try to be someone else or act like he knew everything. He was just himself, and that made him unforgettable. His journey from fruit and vegetable wholesaler to reality TV legend, the quiet collector and crash survivor, is something truly unique. Barry has shown that you can have fun, follow your passions, and still leave a big mark on people's hearts. Even now, when fans think of Storage Wars, one of the first names that comes to mind is always Barry Weiss, and that's because his style, humor, and heart made the show something special. Even though Barry doesn't show up on TV like he used to, his fans still remember all the cool, funny, and unexpected things he did. From rolling up to auctions in crazy cars to making jokes during tense bidding wars, Barry brought something special to Storage Wars that nobody else could. He wasn't just about making money. He was about having fun, finding weird stuff, and just enjoying the moment. People loved him, not because he always found the best storage unit, but because he was different, honest, and really just doing his own thing. His style was wild. His taste in antiques was one of a kind, and the way he talked to other people made him stand out in the best way. After all the surgeries and recovery from his scary motorcycle crash, it would have made sense if Barry just decided to stay out of the spotlight forever. But instead, he showed up again, even if just for a little bit, reminding everyone that he's still the same fun guy we loved watching. That kind of spirit is rare, and it's why Barry Weiss will always be more than just another guy on a reality show. He became a fan favorite, a true TV icon, and someone who lived life with his own rules. Whether he's relaxing with family, checking out old motorcycles, or adding something strange to his collection, Barry is still out there, living in his cool and quirky way. And for everyone who remembers him from the show, just knowing that he's still out there doing what he loves makes us smile. Barry never needed the fame. He just needed a good ride, a weird antique, and a reason to laugh. That's the real story of Barry Weiss.